I want to take a moment to say thank you before today's video starts, because my 5,000 subscriber iceberg video I made for Left 4 Dead 2 as of 4 days ago has accumulated some of the most and best feedback I have ever had on this channel. This is the analytics for my 5,000 subscriber special, and this is a lot for me. This is the most amount of views, the most amount of subscribers, the most amount of likes, comments, shares, etc. that I have gotten on one single video this quickly, I believe honestly, ever. So once again, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. If any of you guys are new around here and the iceberg video is the first video of mine that you've ever watched, I just want to say welcome to the channel. My name is John, and it's really nice to meet you. I hope I can continue to entertain you on a mutual interest of a game that we love, because at the end of the day, I'm here on YouTube to make people happy. And kind of a neat thing, by the way, the stats for that iceberg video are just continuing to go up, and they don't look like they're stopping anytime soon. I've accumulated so many subscribers that at this rate, the 6,000 subscriber special could come out sooner than expected. I'm 100% serious. So if you guys want to be maniacs and get me to 6,000, I would not only be forever in your debt, but I already know what I want to do for 6,000, so all the support is appreciated. So guys, now that I got the thank yous out of the way, I'm going to transition to the official video, so I hope you guys end up enjoying. Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth-Busting Mondays. In today's video for the final myth, we are going to be testing to see if whether or not if the smoker can yank you out of the Parish helicopter while the cutscene is happening and kill you at the very last minute. Sounds insane and pretty cool, right? If you guys also have a myth of your very own, by the way, that you would like to have be featured in next week's episode, please by all means leave them here in the comments down below, or also alternatively, you can leave them within my Discord server, which is going to be linked down below in this video's description. And with all that being said, guys, I hope you end up enjoying this week's episode of the Left 4 Dead 2 Myth-Busting Mondays. Myth: is there a difference between characters' running stances when their flashlights are on/off? The first myth for today's episode is going to be submitted in by Brian here. So we're going to test out the Left 4 Dead 1 survivors first. So everyone is going to have a basic starting pistol, and they're going to run around with their flashlights on and off, and we're going to test this on all 8 survivors and see if there's not only a difference between each other, but also themselves. So for Francis, he does have a little bit of a slightly different animation for himself when he's running without the flashlight and with the flashlight. Next we're going to test out is Lewis, so here is Lewis without the flashlight. And then here is Lewis with the flashlight. You can see that there's slightly a difference, but not too big of a difference. And then here is going to be Bill. Bill without the flashlight runs like this, and then Bill with the flashlight runs like this. And then now I'm going to switch into third person here, so that way you guys can see it with Zoe. So this is Zoe's third person running animation without the flashlight, and then here is going to be Zoe's third person running animation with the flashlight on. We also did test out Ellis, Nick, and Coach, by the way. Here is all 3 of them running without a flashlight on. And then this is footage of Ellis, Nick, and Coach with their flashlights on. And then finally, here is footage of Rochelle running with her flashlight off, and here is her running with the flashlight on. The first myth is confirmed. The survivors have not only different running animations for each individual survivor, but they also have their own running animations for themselves from when the flashlights are on and when they're off. Myth: can a smoker and or a jockey do more damage to a survivor while on fire? Alrighty guys, myth number 2 was submitted in by TrueWinner1/Teammaster. So we're going to start off with the jockey first. The very first thing that I'm going to do is let Dan jump on me while he's not on fire, so that way we can get a controlled test and get the base damage. So Dan's up these stairs, and I'm just going to go up to him real quick and escape the bots, so that way they don't shoot him for me. So I'm looking around for Dan. He should be here any second now. There he is. He's climbing the side of the wall. He's going to jump on me, and as you guys can see, he's doing about 2 damage per tick. Now Dan is going to jump on my head again, except this time while on fire, and as you guys can see, that it's the same amount of damage regardless of the fire. Next, we're going to be testing out the smoker, so I'm once again going up the exact same stairs, so that way the bots will leave us alone. And here is Dan. He's going to attack me, and it looks like that the smoker is doing 5 damage per tick. And now Dan's going to attack me as a smoker while on fire, but we are going to move slightly out of the way, so that way it's just the smoker damaging me and not the fire that's on the ground back there. And as you guys can see, the damage is going to be the same. So this is busted. It seems that the Hunter is the only special infected so far that gets any sort of benefit while being on fire. Myth: can you blow up a propane tank mid-air by using a grenade launcher? So this is Myth 3 today, and by the way, G, last time you left a comment on one of my videos, you said your name is pronounced like this, so is it cool if I just abbreviate to Nino? Let me know in the comments down below, my G. Anyway, for your myth, I am going to specifically lean into the grenade launcher in particular because we have indirectly shot the propane tank out of the air with every other gun before, except for this, so we're going to just test the grenade launcher here today. I hope that that's okay. Now, unlike the other guns, shooting a propane tank in midair with a grenade launcher is not easy to do. Even with slow motion on, I did miss a couple of times while trying to do this. Now, I would like to say after 10 tries or so, I did eventually get it, and I was able to blow up the propane tank in midair successfully with the grenade launcher. So the third myth is going to end up being confirmed. You can shoot a propane tank and blow it up in midair with a grenade launcher, and the explosion will be kind of a sight to behold. Myth: if you line up exactly 18 zombies, can you get the 4 achievement with one swing? Myth number 4 is going to be submitted in by Zaku. Now, in case anybody needs a friendly reminder of what achievement that Zaku is referring to, he is referring to this one, which is where you have to decapitate 18 zombies with a golf club melee weapon. Now, here is the tricky thing with this achievement, is number 1 is that it's completely impossible to do this in one go in a legit game, just flat out right. Because the zombies, they're never going to stand perfectly still and form in such a way that if they're attacking you, you're going to be able to hit all their heads in one go. So this is only going to be possible with cheating, and cheating in specific circumstances. Because number 1, we have to put them in basically a 1x1 tube, so they all just stand still. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to make a zombie cage, essentially, and just put 18 of them in there and just trap them. Another thing to consider too is the way that this achievement tracks progress. The best possible way we can show this to be confirmed is to play on a Smurf account that has no progress towards this achievement and go from 0 to getting the achievement in one swing. The problem is, though, is that because of human error, if we mess up at any point, going forward from that point, it would be very hard to show the achievement happening in one fluid motion, and it would just look kind of janky. Our workaround for this would just be practicing with other melee weapons that have similar, if not the exact same swing pattern as the golf club, and see if we can end up practicing with those, so that way we're not going to get the achievement on accident when we're not ready yet. Now, despite how janky this is to set up, we also do have some good news, because when Glabersko goes for a test attempt on the 18 zombies we put in our little zombie cage, he kills all of them in one single swing. So now the true test is to switch over to a golf club and see if we can not only replicate it, but also make sure that we decapitate the zombies specifically, because it has to be a decapitation death. So any second now, Glabersko is going to hit the zombies with his golf club, and when he hits them, they all do die, but there is no achievement to be seen. It is not popping up in the feed. So what you saw happen was that all 18 zombies did die, but according to Glabersko, only 2 of them were decapitated. So what happened was that it doesn't actually meet all the criteria for the achievements to pop up. So he was not able to get it done in one single go, even with the odds in his favor doing it this way. So I think it's safe to say that this myth is busted, because even with the circumstances in Glabersko's best favor, he was not able to get it done in one single swing. It's just too difficult. Alrighty guys, it's now time for the final myth, and once again is going to be, can a smoker yank you out of the Parish helicopter in the middle of the cutscene happening and end up killing you at the very end of the game last second? Let's spawn in a smoker at the Parish campaign and see what happens. Myth: can a smoker grab a survivor from the Parish helicopter during the final cutscene? And the final myth of today's episode is going to be submitted in by Zoe. We're going to be doing this with an AI smoker, so that way we can spawn him right in front of us, and that way we don't have to worry about line of sight issues like how we did in versus mode. The big thing with this is timing, because as soon as the smoker shoots his tongue at you, he pretty much will grab you instantly, and when he grabs you, you're going to be starting to be yanked out of the helicopter, but if it's too early, the cutscene's not going to happen. Despite this little inconvenience though, we did keep pressing onward, and we did eventually get this, where Dan did get yanked out during the cutscene. You can see him dying down there in the corner, and I managed to escape. The biggest thing is going to be if whether or not that Dan is pronounced dead in the credits, or if the game is not going to know that he was yanked out right as it was happening. So let's see what the credits say, if whether or not Dan is dead. And it looks like that it does pronounce Dan as dead. It did notice that he was yanked out of the helicopter last second. which means that not only is the final myth confirmed, it also does mean that you're not safe until the very last second of the game. Like, I mean the very last second. You can die in the middle of a cutscene. Alrighty guys, but that is going to be here for today's video, and I do truly hope you guys ended up enjoying it. If you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that beautiful stuff. And once again, I just want to say thank you guys all for the support and the love on the 5,000 subscriber special. I am forever grateful, and I'm looking forward to the journey to 6,000 with you. If you guys have a myth of your very own that you would also like to have be featured in next week's episode, by the way, just please leave them here in the comments or within my Discord server, which is going to be linked down below in this video's description. And with all that being said, guys, I hope you end up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTubers we're ever going to see. Thanks for watching, guys. I love all of you, and peace out.
Hey, meme lords, Jesus here, and you better have enjoyed that video there by the eternal god Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too, and give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!
Yeah, I can see it in third person.
I mean, it's not a good idea to make...
In fact, Ellis runs kind of, like, really fucking weird when he does this.
Ellis runs like a gay man.
Let's kill some zombies, bitches! Yes! He runs so zesty! This is the most fruity-ass why have I never noticed this before?